Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar, the first of two Greek icons webinars that we'll be holding this February. And the first of the Greece icons we're going to meet is Anastasios Naoum, but also his beautiful brand Myconian Collection and the iconic island of Mykonos. We're going to take a look around the island, look at some of the different areas to stay on Mykonos, because a lot of people, when they think of Mykonos, they think of Mykonos town and parties and things, but there's so many different sides of the island that your clients can enjoy. So I wanted to just say thank you for joining us. My name's Craig Farrell from La Collection. We've got the pleasure of representing Myconian Collection in the Australian and New Zealand markets, and it's now my pleasure to introduce Anastasios.
Thank you, Greg. Good morning, everyone. Good morning from Greece, actually. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here. So I had to have at least 3 coffees before we start this session. Thank you for joining. It's always great to connect with our dear friends in Australia and New Zealand as well. Obviously, we have Greg doing this job on the ground, and we are so excited for us to be represented by him and Leah, and they're always there. They can always assist you with any questions. Of course, we are on the ground. We can always help you with your clients and questions you have about rooms and hotels and everything. So today we're just going to go through a presentation about the group, the latest news about the group, and few notes over the destination. There's a lot of back and forth about destination. What's the destination like? What's the offering on the destination? There's a certain perception, as Greg mentioned, that the moment you arrive in Mykonos, it's all about a party thing. And so we will describe a lot of these things today. So we're just going to start with a little bit of history about the island.
And if I could just interrupt one moment, Anastasios, as well, I just forgot to mention to people that we have a chat box. So in the top right-hand corner of your screens, if you're on a laptop or a computer, you can click on the chat box there and ask any questions throughout the webinar. I'll keep an eye on that and pass on any questions and answer any that I can myself. Sorry, Tassos, go ahead.
Yes. So a little bit of history background about the island. So we have the first image. It's coming from the 50s when Greece was a poor place, rarely visited on the Greek islands. People were not doing the typical holidays in the summertime. But back then, the architecture of on the ground, the experience people were getting when they were arriving was quite impressive. The early travelers, we used to travel to Mykonos to explore the neighboring island of Mykonos, which is Delos. It's a UNESCO heritage site, one of the most important archaeological sites of Greece. And the first signs of tourism started back in the 50s, where people wanted to explore Delos. But then in the um, in the 70s, people started to recognize that Mykonos has its own natural beauty with beautiful beaches around the island. Mykonos is quite renowned, especially for the Greeks. It's amongst the favorite Greek islands for us because Mykonos has amongst the most beautiful beaches you can find in the Aegean Sea with crystal blue waters, with always sandy beaches. So back then in the 70s, people started to explore that side of the experience on the island. Of course, moving closer to the 80s and the 90s, we see the first signs of the entertainment vibe of the island coming up on the surface. This is a picture taken from Pieros, one of the most popular bars in the 80s and the 90s, not only for Mykonos, not only for Greece, but for all over Europe. It was a place which was um, visited from all over the world and was quite known for its magical nights, great music, and the atmosphere within the place. So this has started, and of course, that has raised a reputation about the island, which has become an international destination after 2000, uh, heavily visited by all different sides of the world. A lot of Australians started to explore Mykonos and the other neighboring islands. So obviously, nowadays it's a destination very well visited from all over the world. So if you just want to get a taste of a little bit of the the history, the past of the island, which is uh, which can be witnessed when you're there, you can still get a good understanding of the history, of the architecture, of the connection of the past with the future of the island. You can still get that experience. You can still explore secluded bays. I would say that around 80% of the island is not developed. So you don't see structures, you don't see houses, you don't see hotels. So you can still find trails which lead to secluded bays. But of course, for the majority of people traveling to Mykonos, Mykonos is all about the lifestyle. The lifestyle starts early in the day in the beach labs, where you can go book your sunbeds, enjoy exceptional meal options, and then continue at night, continue at Mykonos town, where there are several choices of international restaurants, beautiful bars, and shopping, a lot of shopping. So, how to get into Mykonos? This is always a question. Of course, people would always consider that Athens is the hub, and from there you can fly over to the island, or you can use the ferries from Piraeus. But a lot of people are not familiar that there are actually four flights from Middle East, from particularly from UAE and Qatar and Bahrain and um, in UAE from Abu Dhabi and Dubai. These airlines fly directly to Mykonos. They have Qatar Airways has a frequency of 6 flights per week. So for all our friends from Australia, it's not a difficult mission. You fly over to Middle East and you can fly over to Mykonos directly. You can skip Athens. You can skip other neighboring islands. Of course, coming to Greece, it's always a great opportunity to have an itinerary and explore Santorini and Paros and all the other islands, including Athens as well. But definitely, Mykonos can be visited alone. The other thing is like if you happen to have your clients in Europe, there are flights from all the major European airports, from the majority of capitals. Again, with the high frequency, you have several flights from Paris, London, um, Rome. Only from Italy, I would say there are eight flights to Mykonos. Now, this is the map showing you the island. I would say that the north side, especially the northeast side, is quite empty, so it's not a developed side of the island. Where you see the dots with the locations of our hotels, this is where you find most of the um, development, most of the action. Of course, we offer different experiences within the island. Each location represents a different experience. So anything you see on the south, on the bottom of the image, are locations where you have access to the water. These are beach locations, and then we have hotels, several hotels in Mykonos town, overlooking the town, short walking distance to the town. So if your clients are looking for a short break or short visit to Mykonos, Mykonos town is always the ideal choice. If they're looking to spend more days, enjoy the sun, enjoy the sea, um, have the opportunity to move around the beach clubs and the different entertainment choices, like we can see on this map, where you can see that you can easily move around, respective to the choice you make within our portfolio. It's easy to move around. For example, on Elia Beach, where we have 6 hotels, there is a taxi service on the water, which takes you to Scorpios and Namos, the two most popular beach clubs, within 8 minutes. Um, from the moment you embark on the boat. So it's easy to move around. It's a small island. The maximum you drive from point A to point B is 40 minutes. That's the maximum you will be on a car when you're driving around the island. Now it's important to mention I show you all the highlights of entertainment choices around the island, but the island offers several other experiences. These can be organized with the help from the concierge. We are 45 years in the business, so our concierge services are very well matured. We have selected the best vendors, and we can provide a day on the cruise. We can organize private tours to Delos, and people can explore the history of this magnificent island. Of course, you want to do something more private, more exclusive, a little bit more luxurious. You can do helicopter tours, or then you can connect with the nature on the island and do horse riding and watch the sunset and do all of this at Focos Beach, where you can actually see the picture. And several sports, water sports, and definitely cycling, jeep safaris, cooking, learn how to make your Greek salad. Of course, thankfully in Australia, especially in Melbourne, our dear friends from Melbourne, they have a huge Greek community. So I'm sure you have the best offering in Greek delights. But if you want to do some a little bit of traditional cooking, yes, you can do that. Of course, the most one of the most fascinating experiences is doing shopping as well at Mykonos. And I can tell you, especially for our dear ladies in this call, I can tell you that you can do shopping till 3 o'clock in the morning because Mykonos town boutique stores stay open till 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, a little bit of the overview of the collection. You can see all the brands there. You can see that they're all affiliated with different brands. We are very proud working with 6 different brands. We work with Relais Chateau, Leading, Preferred, Design, SLH, and Set Collection, which is the latest addition to the collection with Deos, one of our latest properties. So, and that
Sorry,
offers, yes,
Anastasios, just wanted to interrupt there for a second. Julie's having trouble with the picture. She's not seeing the picture. I'm assuming everyone else is okay. But Julie, just to let you know, we will definitely send a recording out with the picture on it. So if it's not working, and Catherine's just commented, yes, she can see it okay. So I think something's wrong with your computer, Julie. But we'll send you a recording tomorrow of the whole webinar. So don't worry about missing anything today. Thanks, Anastasios.
you're welcome. I'm sorry for that. I was just saying that the quality assurance is very important, especially when you have our hotels affiliated with a brand. Of course, you can benefit from your relationships you have with these brands under their special programs. So definitely you can use Vita for leading or Preferred Platinum for preferred. So you have several choices around that. But moving on, I would say that the greatest quality assurance is originated by this family. This family, which they have literally built all the hotels with their bare hands, and they are developing the brand. They're adding new hotels and they're renovating the existing ones. It's the second generation. The third generation is on its way. And this is marvelous because you can imagine that we will be around for a long time. So I will start first with our newest properties. Deos, this is the talk of the town since its opening. We have exceptional reviews. Those that have visited, those that have selected the hotel for their clients, and you can get a first understanding by seeing this picture because this is the picture taken from the main terrace of the hotel. And from there, you have unobstructed views to Mykonos town. It's like a car postal. Literally, it's like a car postal. So beautiful. You can enjoy sunrise and sunset from there, actually. You can have views of Delos. Um, the quality of the interiors, the the location of the structure, the proximity to the town, especially about the proximity, I have to highlight the special buggy service we offer, which is um, which is offering the opportunity for people to have a very short driving distance of 2 or 3 minutes and get into town. And then at night, they can call the hotel and the buggy can take them from a specific location in Mykonos town and bring them back to the hotel. This service this year will be extended till 4 o'clock after midnight, which means people can go out, can have fun, you can have drinks, and then have a very smooth way back to their hotel room. Um, just a image showing you a little bit of the public areas, the spa, the outdoor areas, the of each unit are extremely spacious. They're equally balanced with the interior side. You see a picture of a one-bedroom unit with a private pool that's almost the standard level. So you can imagine that you have enough space to enjoy on the having exceptional views to the town in most of the cases. Cove is the second edition. It was an acquisition from the old Kenzo. Those that they know Mykonos and they have bought Mykonos before, they might know this name. They might be familiar with the name of Kenzo. Kenzo was acquired by Myconian Collection last year. It is now renamed into Cove. The property is at Ornos Beach. That's around 2 kilometers away from Mykonos town. It's a short driving distance. The property is high raised on the cove of Ornos, so you get views to the bay, but at the same time, you still get access to the beach. And we offer complimentary sunbeds on one of the nearby beach clubs. So it's a great location. It's a great price for the area for Nos, and it's highlight this if you're looking for a very good price on that side of the island, which usually the prices are a little bit higher. I would say that this is a good choice. Now, the third acquisition that happened last year, it used to be a four-star hotel, it used to be called Sunrise. This property, the definition of a beachfront hotel, you are literally a short walk to the waters. It's my favorite beach on the island. I take my children there and I really enjoy great family time on this location. 15 minutes, 1-5 from Mykonos town, from the ring road of Mykonos, which means that you kind of escape um, the traffic jams in the summertime. Now the property is under renovation and it's going to be ready May 1st with Relais Chateau taking over the affiliation of the hotel. We will keep it simple, we will keep it authentic. We will still have lunch and dinner under the trees. You can still enjoy the beach with complimentary sunbeds. There will be a complete renovation as well on the beach area. And actually, you can see one of the renderings, one of the images on that slide is showing you a rendering from the beach club and how this will look like. Rooms also will be upgraded with um, critical changes within, whether it has to do with the furniture or with the appliances of the room. Now, moving
And
forward,
Nastasios,
we yes,
sorry, before we move on from Sunrise, and Donna has asked a great question. Obviously,
I don't know.
hi Donna. There's Relais and Chateau are obviously synonymous with great dining at all of their resorts. So, is there a new restaurant going in, or is the current taverna is obviously a traditional Greek taverna? So that obviously is a highlight anyway. But what can you tell us a bit about the dining options at Sunrise?
Yeah, the new luxury about food is the authentic food. So
Yeah.
we will keep it simple. Of course, we will upgrade the existing facilities. So they will have zero relationship of how they looked like in the past. That's why we are actually now working on this side. So everything's going to be ready by May 1st. But the food will be kept simple, but still very tasty and very Greek, very authentic. Of course, in all our dining rooms, in all our hotels, whether these are affiliated with Relais Chateau properties or not, we always love to provide something which is um, Mediterranean or Greek and provide the authenticity, but always with a twist. So that will not change the recipe as well for this restaurant.
Brilliant.
And
Thank
good
you.
morning, Donna from Greece. Um, so moving forward, we will be talking about O, which was the addition that took place in 2022. I know it's not good, it's not news now. Sorry, um, it's it's not anymore um, something extremely new, but it's one of our latest additions back in 2022. That's a very cool place for people that they are a little bit more on the trend setting side, so they want to experience the vibe of the island and have a very unique environment around them.
That's the thing.
It's
It may
for
be 2 years old, but it's still very unique on the island, isn't it?
still
It's
very
an
unique.
incredible property.
And the property is welcoming guests from 16 years old onwards. So we're looking for teenagers and adults only. It's a place I would say I would categorize it a place for group of friends traveling together and or couples that they just want to have a little bit more fun. Now, Panoptis Escape edition back in 2021, which was the soft opening. All people that they visit this location recognize the engineering marvelous of the location, the mesmerizing views on two different sides of the island. On the watching the having the opportunity to watch the sunset and the sunrise, and it has only 18 units, all with um, great level of privacy, huge outdoor spaces, an enormous size on the wet area of the pool. Imagine that the smallest wet area on one of the private pools in each unit is minimum of 30 square meters. So that's equal to the size of a room, not the size of a pool. Now, moving forward, of course, we always have to highlight the other hotels. I would like to assure you that we constantly upgrade the facilities, the landscaping. So on Aya, apart from Panoptes Escape, we have five other hotels, very popular word choices such as Royal and Imperial. These hotels, they've been there for over 25 years. There are the entry level price you can get on a five-star hotel on the island that offer an exceptional value and a heritage of 25 years. Uh, Several suites and villas within these properties. Imperial, likewise, Imperial is on the same style in terms of the rooms with Royal, different public areas. Both hotels have easy access to the beach on Elia. The private beach section on Elia is under renovation right now as we speak, which is going to completely change the current setup of the space and the furniture and everything. So these hotels, they're offering great access to the beach with complimentary sunbeds. And of course, there are other three properties such as Villa Collection, a constellation of villas and suites. So you actually book a villa from one up to six bedrooms, but you get all the facilities of a five-star hotel, including the services in the villa given by a hotel. So you have best of both worlds. You have the privacy, you have the space. At the same time, you have the services of a hotel. Utopia, amongst the most popular choices for people celebrating special occasions. Utopia is the definition of honeymoon travel to Mykonos, with one of the most beautiful infinity pools, beautiful sunsets from that location, exceptional service, and of course, the interior design was always one of the wow factors when you are entering the property. And even 12 years later, still people tend to wow when they get into the property. Now, Avaton is the sixth choice in the area. Group of friends, fun, a little bit more noise by the pool, a little bit of more loud music. Um, so for those that they're looking for the Mykonos vibe, the group of um, friends that they want to have fun, whether boys or girls, this is the choice that they will be looking, and with the price which is extremely affordable. Now, moving out from the location on a yacht, just to remind everyone, it's there are six hotels. You can dine around, you can spa around, you can easily move around the properties, and from there you can get advantage of the shuttle service we offer to Mykonos town. It's at interval hours during the day, in the evening as well. The last shuttle from Mykonos town returning back, yes, to Elia is at 1 o'clock after midnight. So you can still go to Mykonos town, have fun, and come back to the hotels without paying a single penny. Now we go to Ambassador, old favorite, especially for the Australian fans. Used to be the first five-star hotel, so the reputation continues. People always recognize it for its quality, for the service, which is extremely mature after being in the business for over 30 years. One of the most beautiful hotels in the area, and great proximity not only on the beach of Platiselos, which is in front of the hotel, but to the nearby beach clubs such as Scorpios and Amos. You can actually walk to this into these two areas. So you have the beach in front of the hotel, but you also have connection to the beach clubs, the famous ones. Now in Mykonos town, um, three hotels, three additional choices. The birthplace of the group. Still, these three properties are next to each other. They are offering a safe distance to Mykonos town, so you're approximately 8 to 10 minutes on a walking side when you're going to Mykonos town. Corali, Kima, and Naya, these are the three choices. You can benefit of staying in one of the properties and uh, choosing to spend time on the other two as well on the facility side. They have a great selection of different rooms with a lot of suites with private pools and hot tubs, but you can get a hot tub or a private pool even from an entry level room. Um, and all three hotels are a safe choice in terms of the value that the cost of staying there for the area of Mykonos town. So it's always the three hotels that we always have them full first, and then we have the rest of our hotels filled in with all the guests coming to Mykonos. And Naya, the last property, I promise, it's only 18 units, adults only. It's quite spacious and it's public area, so you feel very exclusive. You have amazing sunsets from there. People love to watch the sunset rituals from its terrace. And this is also a place which has a serene atmosphere, although you are just on a short walking distance from Mykonos town. Right.
Anastasios, unbelievable timing. It's saying on my countdown clock here we've got 31 seconds left. So I just don't know what happens at the end of that 31 seconds, whether we just disappear. So I just wanted to say thank you for waking up nice and early
You're
and
welcome.
and talking us through the properties. Amazing that you got through 14 hotels in that amount of time. But I guess the one thing to take away is that there is a property for everyone on Mykonos, whether it's a family, a couple, a group of friends, and different budgets. Like you said, the lead-in five-star hotels right through to
And I see the
Panopticon
screen is
Bay.
coming down.
You what?
I think no, it's still working. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, we're still here. Okay,
Okay,
that's good. We
we're
can
still
relax.
on
But
the
we
air. I was like, oh my God, it's 3 seconds.
okay. Well, and I really appreciate all of the advisors joining us as well. So this is the first of a two-part Greece Icons February series, and at the end of those two webinars, we're going to give away a fabulous prize to one of the viewers as well. So. Thank you, everyone, and a big thank you to you, Anastasios.
You're welcome. Thank you to all my friends. Have a wonderful evening to everyone. Take care.
Okay, bye, everyone. Thanks for joining.